Hey guys, Michelle here. I have for you today a really quick little sequence, just a few stretches for stretching out tight hips. So really great for people who do sit all day, but equally good for people who are active. The hips and round into the lower back tend to be an area that hold a lot of tightness. So we're going to start very easily sitting in a cross-leg position. If that feels really inaccessible for you, grab yourself a pillow or a folded blanket and just pop it under the back of your bottom, so it kind of helps lift you and tip you forward a little. And if we just bring our feet across as best we can, so we get our heels more or less in line with our knees here. We're going to lift really tall, and we're going to ease forward just till you feel that stretch in your hips, and it's more likely to be in the hip of the leg that's in front, but you may feel it into both. If you are super open in the hips already, maybe it's accessible for you to bring that front leg on top. If it's more or less parallel to the floor, if that puts you in a position like this because your hip actually won't allow you to bring it up there, then you're better off keeping it down in the front. We're going to keep the feet flexed because that's keeping the knees nice and stable. So remember to breathe full, easy inhales and exhales, letting the tension release out of those hips with the breath. We'll ease on up and switch sides. So heels under knees as best you can. Top foot in front or up on top if that's completely comfortable for you and doesn't cause any discomfort in the knee either. So lengthen up. Feel a sense of rolling the whole pelvis forward, so that the pelvis and the spine come together in the same direction rather than leaving the pelvis behind. Letting your breath be easy, a bit of a focus on the exhale. The hands can walk forward for a bit of support, but we don't want to collapse into them. So we want to keep a sense of lifting through the heart and lengthening out over the legs. Just one more breath here. And then coming on up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together now and just draw them towards you. You don't have to pull them into the maximum. Tuck them in and bring your hands behind again. So again, you can be on your pillow or not. If you're a little tight in the hips, the pillow really works well, or the blanket, rolled up blanket. So hands are behind. I've got sort of little spidey hands like this on the mat to push myself up. So I'm going to lengthen my spine, keeping the weight in my sit bones. Releasing into the hips. Maybe you feel the knees drop there a little as you exhale. See how that feels for you, and if you're already getting quite a stretch, sort of through inner hips, inner thighs mostly, if it's feeling like it's pretty intense, just stay with that. But again, if you feel that you need a little more, you just start to ease forward till you find that point where you're feeling the stretch. And the hands can move forward, or they can stay behind you. That little bit of leverage to keep creating the lift and length in the spine can actually be quite a nice variation. Otherwise, hands on the feet or hands in front of you is also fine. Again, spread the collarbones, lift the heart rather than collapsing forward. So you want to feel that you're trying to get longer and further forward rather than necessarily trying to get lower. It just depends on your body, your hips, whether you feel you go a little deeper or whether you just stay where you are for another breath or two. We'll finish our breath and come all the way back up. Take your hands under your knees to draw them in, and then out wide, hands behind. So same action. Lifting, we're going to flex the feet, so pull your toes back towards you. We want to lift out of the waist to come forward. So we really want to work with the lumbar curve remaining dipped inwards, that little gentle inward curve. We come forward with that curve intact. We don't want to leave the pelvis behind and then stretch forward from there. So bend your knees even if you need to and get a little higher through the hips, so a second cushion depending how flat they are. Lift and lengthen. And just ease through. Keep a sense of the belly and the front ribs hugging in to support you through the lower back there, okay? So if you are quite mobile and find this quite easy, you don't want to go too far the other way and get too much curve happening in the spine. Just draw the belly and the front ribs in for a little bit of containment there. We'll just do another couple of breaths with this one. And if you feel that you can ease forward a little bit, you just take it little by little. Keep reaching away through the heels. Lengthening out through the crown of the head. One more breath. And then coming on up. Bring the hands back. You can lean back onto them, bring your legs together, give them a little wiggle. Feet can have a few circles. And to finish, just lying down there onto your back. Crossing one ankle, let's go left ankle over the right knee. Flex the left foot, toes pull towards your knee. Let the left knee drop away. And if that feels like you're already feeling that stretch, stay where you are. But if you feel that you need a little more, pick up the right foot, the right leg. The left hand threads the needle. It goes through the legs, and you're going to take a hold of that right thigh and just gently draw it towards you without rolling your tail up off the floor. So keeping a sense of the sacrum, the bony part at the top of the pelvis, just above the tailbone, keeping that sacrum firmly grounded there. And the more we draw the right knee in and push the left knee away, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Relax your shoulders. It's easy to tense up on this one. So just be mindful of keeping the shoulders and the upper back relaxed. We'll do one more breath. And then release. And switch sides. So right ankle over left knee. Flex the right foot, left foot on the floor. Or bring it up. Right hand through the middle. Taking a hold of the left thigh. And just gently drawing it towards you. So your action is pressing the right knee away, drawing the left knee in. Just to whatever degree feels appropriate for you to feel that stretch. We're just doing one more breath here. And then when you release, give both knees a hug. Just bringing everything back into a nice sense of symmetry. And that's your quick hip stretch. Hope it helps. I'd love to hear your comments, so please feel free to pop anything in the comments underneath. And I'll be back with more next time. Cheers.